you're not sitting in this chair if you only got one or two guys that have done that. And so, yeah, I don't know that I'd want to narrow it down with our team. I mean, I think our team's bought in. We were and are very young or new, with the totally new defensive system, new quarterback, new offensive line. There's a lot of new around our program, and for our guys to grow like they have through the year, respond to the different challenges, I think says a lot about the whole team.
And I would kind of echo the same thing. I've got a strong senior leadership group, and we got 4 seniors in that offensive line that have been amazing. And then we got a really strong group of leaders on our back 7 defensively. And those guys have really set the tone every week, all year.
I feel that the play of our offensive line has been phenomenal this year, led by Lloyd Cushenberry and Damon Lewis. You look at 2 players exemplify what we're about in selfishness and team is Clyde Edwards-Helaire has had a great season for us, and then Joe Burrow. Joe has brought the spread offense to LSU and has had a tremendous year and leads by examples. Very unselfish player, but the team first.
Emily Van Buskirk, Yard Barker. This question's for all of you guys. If you could characterize and sum up this year's team in one word, what would it be and why? Let's start with Dabo.
This year's team, one word, focused. Been really focused all year. Easy group to coach, to prepare with every week. Every single week, they've been focused on trying to get the job done, and that has not wavered all year long. And so super proud of them.
Grit. You said one word?
I would say hungry. It's been they've wanted to learn, they've wanted to get better. Just a very strong desire to put themselves in positions to accomplish the things we felt like we could.
Next question down in front here.
Ed right here. Alex Glaze with 11 Alive. For years, we've heard the philosophies, defense wins championships, with the teams that are up here right now. Do you think that has changed? Is it all about offense now? Do you see that kind of being consistent?
I think team wins championships, obviously, and we have obviously been very, very good on offense. But in order for us to get here, our defense has had to improve throughout the season. I think they have. And in order for us to get to where we want to go, our defense has to play very, very well in the Peach Bowl against an outstanding offense. So we're going to face outstanding offenses. So I think you have to win as a team, but I think your defense has to be very, very strong.
For Dabo and Lincoln, a lot because of the guy in the middle here. A guy y'all are familiar with, Coach Saban, is not here for the first time. Is it a little odd to come to one of these things and not see Alabama as part of the field?
We saved a seat for him. He'll be back. Don't fret for Coach Saban. He's the best to ever do it, and unbelievable program. And they had a couple tough games this year, but he'll be back. So it is a little odd to not see him. That's for sure. But he'll be. I don't think he'll be gone very long.
Yeah, same. They pack us in this little glass room here for about 30 minutes before that. And the walk in there this year without him there, certainly a little strange. But like Coach Swinney said, he's obviously one of the greats to ever do it, and I'm sure he'll be back.
Over here now.
Dan Matthews again, 6A The Fan. Coach Riley, as you get closer to this game and the NFL season comes to an end, your name is seemingly being thrown out there for some openings in the league. Is that something that could be a distraction for you, even with some of the rumors that are already out there with your name attached?
No.
Matt Connolly with the state, Dabo to your left. Just what kind of a loss has Jeff Scott for your staff, and then what made it so easy to promote Tyler to his role?
Well, that's been our plan for a long time. We finally got a chance to execute the plan. So it's never not been the plan. Tyler's been in line for that receiver job for quite a while. and has had a couple opportunities to leave, but just stayed and has done a great job. But Jeff's a huge loss for us. I mean, he's like I said, been with me for 12 years. Was a GA for me, and then when I got the interim job, I brought him in there with me and kind of trained him up, if you will. And he's just done a phenomenal job in everything that you've ever asked him to do. And one of the main reasons I hired him is prior to becoming the head coach, Coach Bowden used to give me, I ran the camps, I ran the clinics. There was a lot of things that I did for Coach Bowden, and so when you're in charge of those things, you're always trying to get the GAs or the student workers or everybody to kind of help you out. And sometimes full-time coaches aren't quite as antsy to put the trash bags out where they need to be or whatever needs to be done. But Jeff Scott, whatever you asked him to do, he would so far exceed what your expectation was. And I told him that. I told him when I was in sales, I said, if I ever get a job, you're going to be the first guy I hire. Because he was always early, always late. No job was too small for him. And I was just always so impressed with him. And literally the day I became an interim, I said, all right, here we go. And I said, if I get the job, you got a job. And he loves to tell the story. He went home that night, and he's telling his wife, Sarah, he's so excited. Coach Sweeney told me if he gets the job, we got 7 weeks to go, that he's going to hire me. And he said, and then all of a sudden across the ESPN ticker it said, in the last 30 years, 0 interim coaches at the midseason got the job. 0 out of 29 or whatever it was. And so he loves to tell that. But he's awesome. He was a great ambassador, great representative of our program, Clemson University, and unbelievable recruiter too. Just did a great job. Recruited a lot of great young men to Clemson. And but again, he's well prepared. This is the right time. And Tyler is I've literally known Tyler Grisham since the 2nd grade. When I was the receiver coach at Alabama, he would come to camp every year. And I'd coach him in camp, and then I fast-tracked down the road. I'm at Clemson as the receiver coach, and here comes this 10th grader from Alabama, followed me up to Clemson to camp. So I've known him his whole life, and he's always been an incredible competitor. And he's going to bring a lot of great stuff to that room. He'll put his own personality into it, and he'll be a special coach for us.
Down here in the front.
Anthony Patterson with the Atlanta Voice. This question is for Coach Orgeron. I know the main focus is, of course, to get the win against Oklahoma in the Peach Bowl. But with that win, you guys will be able to go back to New Orleans in the state of Louisiana and bring back that state title. How do you remain focused, and also how anxious are you just to get back home so you can get that?
It doesn't come into play at all in our minds. This is such an important game for us, and we have so much respect for Oklahoma. And just like playing in the SEC, you got to take it one game at a time. And you play great opponents with great talent, with great coaches every week, and you have to prepare, and you have to give it your all. There's no way you can look behind. There's no way you can look ahead. You got to get the most out of each day, and that's what our team is here to do in Atlanta.
Next question up in the back left there.
This is for Coach Sweeney. Coach Sweeney, Jonathan Simmons from Real Talk Sports here in Atlanta. A question for you, sir. You have been very vocal, and rightfully so, about your faith and belief in Jesus Christ. How does that come across from time to time when you're coaching? Do you find any pushback? And then how does it help you when you get into difficult situations like your team maybe not being considered for this Final Four?
My faith is just a part of everything I do. I mean, I think I don't think it's something that you can, just flip a switch. I think it's got to be ingrained into your everyday life, and so I just try to live my life that way, coach that way, but I don't. My job's to win football games. I know what my job is, but I try to do it in a way that hopefully pleases my maker.
Over here toward the front on the left.
Hey, Will Vanderbilt with the Clemson Insider. Dabo, a little bit more on Tyler right here. What exactly does he bring to the position, and how is he maybe a little bit different than Jeff? Because obviously he's played in the NFL and things of that nature.
Well, he brings great knowledge. I mean, he's 31, so he's got great, great experience, great youth and energy to bring in as well. But he was a great player himself, so he just has a great understanding of the fundamentals and techniques. And then I coached him, and so he knows me inside and out, knows exactly what the expectations are for that position and how we do things. Knows our offense inside and out. So I mean, he brings continuity to go along with the knowledge, and just he's going to be a great recruiter for us. He's already been impactful in our program the last 6 years, so this is just another role for him, just promoting him onto the field.
I think we have time for 2 more questions. One in the back there.
Good evening, Larisha Harris with Rolling Out Magazine. You guys talked about a couple of leaders already for your team. Who would you say are guys, regardless of classification, have been unexpected leaders for you guys and have truly stepped up to the plate in that manner?
I'll say I've got a freshman D tackle that's starting for us, true freshman, named Tyler Davis. And I don't think you really expect a true freshman to come in and do what he's done. We've had very few true freshmen start at D tackle, Dexter Lawrence and Christian Wilkins, and this young man has come in and been amazing, and he really is a leader right out of the gate for us. So he'd be one guy on our team that I expected him to be a good player. You just never know how it's going to transition until you start